Starting at center, number 32,
You get the paper?
also at guard, number 2, Genesis Lucas. And at guard, number 10, Amber Griffin. Head coach of the Eagles is Michael Brand.
Welcome to WDSU-TV's live stream. My name is Derek Slayton. I'm here with Rick Jackson. Quickly before they turn the lights off, which they already did, but it gets even darker. Who are some of your key players for today's game for Coppin State and Delaware State?
Well, for Coppin State as a key player, I have Amber Griffin. Amber Griffin is the point guard for Coppin State. And also have Janelle Lane for Coppin State, who was the athlete of the week at her school. So she will definitely be an impact player, and DSU will have to contain her. The impact player that I have for DSU is obviously, if you've been coming here and watching our games, Najee Pollard. Najee Pollard is the impact player for DSU. She's been phenomenal all season, and if they're going to win, she has to have a good game.
Yeah, she's been terrific. I think 8 Rookie of the Week awards, which is a record for Delaware State University. She's definitely been playing fantastic, 17 points and 10 rebounds in her last 5 games. Those are 2 terrific players, as you mentioned, for impact players. In terms of some keys that Delaware State has to have to slow this team down and finally get a victory against Coppin State, what do they need to do in order to pull off this a little bit of an upset here?
I think it's crucial that they get off to a good start. They're a young team, and momentum is so important for a young team. That positive energy at the beginning of the game really carries throughout their entire game. They cannot fall into a slump and get into one of those games where they're fighting back in the fourth quarter. I don't think it's going to work in this game to do that. They're going to have to get out to a fast start.
Also, in terms of their backcourt, I think Coppin State, they have Janelle Lane, as we were talking about, and Amber Griffin. What do the Hornets have to do to slow those 2 impact guards down?
Well, I think defense is going to be key. They're going to have to lock down Amber Griffin, disrupt her passing lanes so that she can't get to her key players, such as Janelle Lane.
And for one final thing, I know we were talking about Najee Pollard. Do you think they're going to give her the ball early, or how are they going to get her going early on?
Well, if I were the coach, I would definitely get Najee Pollard going early. She seems to be the backbone and the life for this team, which is very rare for a freshman to do that. You have to remind the audience that she is a freshman, but it seems as though the team feeds off of her. As I watch her, she's pumping up her team just before the game, and it seems as though they feed off of her.
And we're just about ready for tip-off. Blackburn, who had a tremendous game, 19 points and 20 rebounds, was secured for the Hornets. Okay. Kersey in the backcourt with Aldridge. Blackburn will set a screen for Kersey. Davis will try an early 3, no good.
That was a good screen by DSU. You like to see her knock down that shot, though. Aaliyah Davis. You want to see her hit that. Although she did have pressure in her face.
Christian Kessie with the ball. Nice movement by Coppin State, leads to an open shot, no good. Good rebound by Brownlee, gets in her own miss. And will save possession for Coppin State.
That's a good job following her shot.
Yeah, that's something that you don't see a lot of young players do very often. And as we're going to get a foul, looks like on Davis.
Number 30, Davis, personal foul number 1, team foul number 1.
Turnover there by Coppin State.
Hornets ball.
Kersey once again bringing the ball up. High screen and roll from Pollard. Aldridge with a long three, no good. Rebound by Samuels.
I prefer to see them kind of set up an offense rather than take threes. Try to get some points in the paint here early. Get some of those easy buckets.
Yeah, not the best shot selection in the world from Aldridge. As there's another miss, but another rebound by Coppin State. Just can't get it to go. Lane, who's normally good from there, couldn't get it to go to forward. Blackburn, nice move, just not good on the touch there. Tae Young couldn't secure the rebound and travel. So it'll be Hornets ball. Davis to inbound it. Pollard, that's her shot. First shot of the game, and there's the player you've been talking about, Najee Pollard.
Najee Pollard, she's knocked down her first shot. That's definitely what you want to see from her to build momentum.
And Griffin, so both of your impact players starting to make an early impact early on, trading buckets on the last two possessions. Kersey and Pollard pick and roll. You'll see that a lot the whole game. Aldridge, she loves to shoot. No good on that one. Blackburn, big time rebound, a lot of contact, no call.
It's a good job by Nikki Blackburn, though. That's her second rebound. Just missed it when she went back up with it.
And beautiful pass from Griffin to Lane, but unable to finish. Actually, that was Lucas to Lane. So back-to-back great passes by the guards, but neither forward could finish.
Checking in for Coppin State, number 23, Jordan Swells.
That was good eyes by Kersey. Powell just couldn't get a hold of it.
Lucas to Griffin. Griffin. Shot no good by Samuels, but another offensive rebound. The Hornets are getting killed on the glass early on, which is not what happened last time the Hornets played when they went against the powerhouse Hampton University, where they had 54 rebounds. Right now, they're getting outworked.
Yeah, you bring up a good point. I was just getting ready to say that. They're getting a lot of their own rebounds back, and I would like to see the bigger girls in the paint be more aggressive going up for the ball.
Beautiful pass underneath. Going to get a jump ball. Good recovery by Elias Stinnett to force the jump ball, and possession error will be for the Hornets. Here's a high screen and roll again. Kersey, nice hesitation. Almost had the and one. Beautiful move by the senior guard. You know, for senior day, she wants to have a big game.
Definitely. Seems as though she's been trying to be aggressive and then backs off. I would like to see her be a little more aggressive, although she has been doing it, but just trying to get that finish at the end.
Exactly. When she's playing, downhill and attacking instead of just being a setup person, you can really see how good she is at finishing in the lane.
Very quick.
Kersey will go 1 for 2, so the Hornets are up 1, 3-2 is the score. With just under 7 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Griffin to Samuels. Samuels tries to get it to go, no good. Kersey doesn't have the numbers, and she'll wisely back the ball out. Aldridge, dangerous pass, and it's picked off. Griffin.
Turnover is
Samuels.
definitely a problem. They have to minimize the turnovers.
Couple of turnovers happening early on. Do you think nerves have anything to do with it for the Hornets and the Coppin State?
I wouldn't say that. I think just bad decision making, maybe trying to do too much. Take what the defense gives you.
That's definitely something both teams have to do better of, is taking care of the ball. And there are some opportunities and holes in both defenses to see if they can capitalize here. And just like you were talking about, Blackburn, that's not her game. She's not really much of a dribbler. Does a lot, turns it over.
Right. She needs to be set up. I like to see some of her guards set her up. That's where she'll be most effective.
Lucas to Griffin. Good active hands by the Hornets. Jumper no good, but another rebound by Coppin State. However, it'll be an offensive foul on Jordan Swales.
Foul on number 23, Jordan Swales, personal foul number 1, team foul number 2.
Right now, both teams are just struggling to get some offense going. What do the Hornets have to do to get a bucket here?
I think spread the ball around, find the open man on the perimeter. And as I say that, Kersey, she's being aggressive, and she just went up with it and shoots about a 20-footer. And it goes in.
Kersey said, forget about all that spreading the ball around. I'm going to just take the shot. Griffin to Lane. Lane sees double vision, still puts it up, no good, and Blackburn with the rebound. And Kersey always looking to push the ball up tempo.
You saw Lane using her size over some of the smaller players that we have on DSU.
And Kersey to Stinnett. She's still kind of erratic on the offensive end, and there's another turnover by Stinnett. She just seems a little hesitant when the ball hits her hands, and she turns the ball over a lot, like we've seen right there.
And even with the turnovers, we're still up by 4, 62. Hornets 6, Coppin State Eagles 2.
What do you think Coach Burgess is telling her players right now on their first time out?
Maybe to settle down. As you mentioned earlier, I said that they didn't have jitters, but maybe they do, because they don't look quite like themselves, or maybe they just haven't settled in quite yet. So I think she's coaching up her team to stick to the game plan.
Right, the game plan, like we talked about, they have to get some points in the paint. They have to get the ball to Pollard, and they have to get the ball to Blackburn.
Right, the points in the paint will be critical.
Substitution for Coppin State.
Neither team shooting particularly well. Coppin State 1 of 10, and DSU 2 of 7. Good ball moving by Coppin State, just trying to find their rhythm. Lucas Jennis with the miss.
Another turnover by the Hornets. Lucas to Griffin. Good pass down low, no good. Need a rebound, he'll get it. Looked like Floyd had possession, but it'll be a jump ball, so Coppin State will remain with the possession. Bobby Floyd is the reserve forward who just checked into the game. Difficult layup by Swells, can't get it to go, but gets her own miss and puts it back in. Aldridge back to Kersey. Looks like they're trying to get Pollard set up here. Kersey. I'm sorry, that was Stinnett. No good. Need a rebound.
I'd like to see more movement on the offense. It seems like they're just kind of standing around, looking to see who's going to get open, not taking much initiative to get open.
Yeah, we've seen the ball movement, but not a lot of player movement on that last possession. No picks were set, no screens were set. A lot of standing around, and that just leads to a lot of stagnant offense, like you were mentioning. Aldridge for 3, no good.
Najee Pollard just checked out of the game. Let's see what they can do without her on the floor.
Lucas to Samuels, good ball movement. And Henderson can't get it to go. Gets her own miss.
Again, with the offensive rebounds, they have to be more aggressive going up for those balls. Go up with more authority and take it. Take the ball from Coppin State.
Yeah, don't expect to see that from Blackburn, just to allow somebody to wrestle the ball right out of her hands there. Floyd thinking about the shot, decides not to. Kersey giving some orders. Trying to get something going with this offense. Kersey throws it up, no good. Tried to draw the contact, didn't get the foul call though.
She almost seemed a little off balance, kind of an arid pass, although it did almost go in. Seems a little off balance. And Coppin State gets the quick bucket on the other end of the floor. Number 32, Omaya Taeyong.
So Coppin State will take their first lead of the game. Aldridge, she's been quiet, and that won't help her at all with another air ball.
Maybe you were right when you said pregame jitters. Maybe that's what it is, especially with the last air ball. There's really no reason for it. Had a fairly decent look at the basket.
Yeah, this has not been a pretty game so far. A lot of turnovers, way more turnovers than points, it seems like. And on both sides, you don't expect to see a travel from a guard of Swell's caliber, especially on a fast break opportunity. Stinnett can't get the shooter's bounce on that one. Good rebound by Lane, and the ball up into Griffin's hands. Last time these two teams met at Coppin State, Delaware State fell to the Eagles 84-79, and Griffin knocks down her another jumper.
Amber Griffin, impact player, knocks down her shot.
What is it that makes Griffin such a good player for the Eagles?
I think maybe she seems to be very decisive in her decision making. She's not hesitant. This is my first game watching her, but from what I can see so far, she's not hesitant, very decisive. I believe I want to say she's a senior. Amber Griffin is a senior. Maybe it's that old wily vet in her.
Looks like a 3-second violation will be called in the paint. Taeyong was in the paint a little too long. Davis, one more to Blackburn. Beautiful pass, but Blackburn just can't finish.
Just a little lackadaisical almost.
Griffin can't make the Hornets pay. But another offensive rebound for the Lady Eagles. Samuels just traveled, gets away with it. And we're going to get a loose ball foul after that missed shot. It'll be on Taeyong again. Hornets offense really it's just been Kersey or nothing so far. Why have they been so poor so far in this first quarter?
You know what? I don't know, and I'm not sure if they even know why. On the layup, Nikki Blackburn just didn't go in. It's an easy shot. Just couldn't get it to go in.
Going to get a travel, just another turnover. But what can Burgess do? Is it a personnel thing? Does she need to get another player in, or is it just something in terms of some type of play that she can call to get some momentum going? What has to happen to spark plug this offense?
I think as the game goes on, they'll find their rhythm. They usually do. They've done it all season. But the only problem with that is too late. A day late and a dollar short. If it's the fourth quarter and you're trying to make a comeback, it doesn't always work.
Lane can't finish. She's struggling. Averages just under 12 points a game. Normally she makes those shots. And that will be the end of the first quarter. A poor showing by both sides so far. The score is 8-6. Coppin State has the lead. But just a sloppy first quarter. A lot of turnovers. The Hornets had 27 turnovers last game, so it's not like this is something that they're not accustomed to doing. They are a sloppy team at times, but just a poor showing for a senior day start. You normally you expect a little bit more energy, a little bit more passion, but like you said, it's been very lackadaisical. What can Burgess do to let us spark underneath these Hornets?
Well, I think to look at the glass half full, the fact that they've been able to even win the amount of games that they have with the amount of turnovers that they have, that's impressive in itself. So just to be positive, imagine if they took away the turnovers, what they could do and the type of team they could be.
We're going to the instant replay that swells. Pretty much every single bucket from Coppin State are second chance points. You got Henderson taking the ball away from Blackburn. Don't see that happen too often. And then a lone bucket that wasn't off of a rebound. And then we got Griffin with a jumper after a missed shot where she gets the rebound and knocks it down. So the Hornets only down 2, just to be positive. They're only down 2. The Hornets have been sloppy, but Coppin State just as bad in terms of turnovers. What do you expect to see out of the Hornets coming to the second quarter?
I don't know what I expect to see, but I know what I want to see, a little more energy. Energy translates so much. Energy and effort can take you a long way. And I think if we see that, then you'll see this game start to turn around and maybe even turn in DSU's favor.
A lot of times when the Hornets start off slow, they end up turning their defense into some offense. They are forfeiting MEAC and steals. Haven't gotten too many steals yet so far today, but normally they turn those steals into offense. Maybe that's what can help the Hornets out. And we have another travel. That will be their 9th turnover of the game so far after Pollard traveled on the last play. Coppin State has 6 turnovers in the game so far. And Henderson with the bucket.
As you see, some of the teammates just looking at each other. Miscommunication on defense.
Something you don't expect to see this late in the season. And Kersey, a little bit of hero ball, but it worked. That's the second time she just walked up and shot a 3 right in the defense's face, and it's working for her.
I may have made a mistake on the impact player. So far, it's been Kersey.
And another turnover. Samuels just traveled. I don't know what that was, but it was not a basketball play.
Now, if the Lady Hornets can capitalize on this possession right here, I think that'll add to the momentum, positive momentum, and get this game going in the right direction.
Nice pump fake by Pollard, draws the foul on Lane. And thankfully, nobody got hurt. Normally, when a player gets upended like that, bad things can happen.
A little pushing and shoving in the paint. Seems like both teams are a little frustrated.
Yeah, and that happens, especially when Both teams have just committed so many turnovers. Neither team is really happy with their performance, and that can lead to some anger on both sides. Kersey thought about it. Good closeout by Jordan Swells, forced her to not shoot. We're going to get a kickball on Swells. Good active defense by them on that possession. It'll still be Hornets ball. Terrible pass, and that leads to a turnover.
It looks like they had an opportunity to get it back with a little more hustle. As I talked about earlier, that hustle could have gotten that ball back.
Yeah, it looked like they just
like
kind
she
of
was in
settled for
position.
that. But Blackburn all alone, if she can recover the ball, she'll get an easy bucket, and she does. Good job by Kersey finding the other senior, Blackburn, for the easy bucket. Samuels, that's a bad pass. And there's the Hornets playing with a little bit more energy now.
That was a great job by Nikki Blackburn. She had active hands and was able to swap that pass away.
Blackburn a little out of control there. Leads to a turnover.
Looked like she was looking for the foul.
Griffin. Samuels always ready to shoot, just not able to knock it down.
Checking in for Eagles number 2, Genesis Lucas, and for number 10, Amber Griffin.
Kersey, who has pretty much all the Hornets' points so far. Trying to get the offense going. And just miscommunication there leads to another turnover.
Not sure if that was a pass or maybe she just slipped out of her hands. It was in the direction of Nikki Blackburn.
Both teams just look so frustrated, which is odd to see. It's just only the second quarter and it's a close game, but neither team, you look at their body language, both of them just seem extremely irritated with the turnovers that they're committing. Good trapping defense by the Hornets, and that's another turnover. Active hands by Blackburn leads to it.
Good job by Davis with the steal.
And there's another shove in the back by Lane. You spoke on it earlier. There's a lot of pushing and shoving by these front court players.
And I don't know what else you can attribute it to other than you mentioned it earlier, frustration.
Also, you look at somebody like Pollard, impact player, definitely going to get some extra attention, some extra bumps, some extra pushes. That might also be a reason, but just don't expect to see it so often. Davis trying to make something happen. Back out to Kersey. Kersey to Aldridge, and I guess there's a, I don't know, did they call a travel or did she step out? Not sure, couldn't see the call by the ref on the opposite side there.
In any case, it's another turnover.
Lucas calling out the play. And there's another, almost another turnover. Spoke too soon. And another turnover there. So the Hornets, they're forcing some steals and they're getting out in transition. Kersey gets fouled by Lucas.
Good job being active. Najee Pollard with the steal.
They're definitely doing a good job playing those passing lanes and having active hands sliding their feet as well. All attributing to some good second quarter defense for the Hornets. Blackburn. Aldridge will try another three, just can't find a range, but good rebound by Pollard.
We need to see a whole lot more of that. You saw how aggressive Najee Pollard was going after the offensive rebound.
Mid-range jumper, no good for Blackburn. And we will get a timeout called by Derek Brown, the head coach of Coppin State. The Hornets have the lead, but the offense on both ends still struggling. But to speak about the positive, what have you liked about the Hornets defense in the second quarter?
It's almost hard to tell if it's good defense or bad offense, but in any case, they're forcing turnovers. They're being a little more active as they pass the ball in. I believe we've had 2 steals as Coppin State was trying to pass the ball in. One of them just happened a minute ago by Najee Pollard.
And you see Derek Brown just teaching some of these young players for the Coppin State Eagles how to take care of the ball as well.
Just waiting for somebody to find their rhythm in the shooting game. Seems as though Kersey may have found it a little bit, her rhythm. Like to see Najee start to find it. And that could kind of propel this team, start to score some more points.
Yeah, definitely need to get some more rhythm. And I think in terms of the tempo, they're not really playing as up-tempo as the Hornets normally like to play. They like to get out in transition. But unfortunately, they just have not been able to do so because Coppin State's doing a good job getting back on defense. Air ball to start out of the timeout. Derek Brown definitely cannot be pleased with that. Stinnett, Aldridge thinking about it, decides not to. Trying to get Pollard in position. Good pass to Stinnett, who cuts in, no good. Samuels going coast to coast, but Stinnett
Wow.
just swats it out of here.
Great block by Stinnett.
Substitution for Hornets, number 11, Nikai Kersey.
Kersey comes back in for Stinnett.
Eagles play.
That was a good job by Stinnett being aggressive.
Beautiful move by Swales. That spin move just left Davis guarding her shadow.
Coppin State 14, Delaware State 11.
Aldridge back to Kersey. Only 5 seconds left. It's going to have to be Davis here. She'll heave it 3, and that'll be no good.
They have to be more decisive in what they want to do. There's no reason for that.
Exactly, just a wasted possession there for the Hornets. Swells forcing it, and then commits a turnover to add on to insult there.
Foul on number 23, Jordan Swells, personal foul, number 2. Eagles are in the bonus.
Can you hear him? Or you have it was kind of. Is it in and out or is it static?
To the line for
I'll try to
two
go.
shots. Najee Pollard.
Good job by Najee Pollard. Knocks down her first free throw attempt.
Is it the channel? Is it the channel or y'all know? Pollard, 8-time Rookie of the Week winner at the line. Can't get it to go. Hornets will keep the ball there down by 2 with just under 4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining.
Substitution for Coppin State. Number 11, Candace Thurley. Number 34, Earl Watson.
Aldridge back to Kersey. Kersey ends up picking up her dribble. Good job by Stinnett coming toward Kersey for the ball, though.
Coppin State playing really good zone defense right now.
Aldridge, floater, no good. Blackburn gets it and gets fouled.
Blackburn looked really good going up for that rebound.
Blackburn, who had 19 points and 20 rebounds against Hampton last game. Both of those were career highs. He's at the line for 2.
I'm sure Blackburn wants to have a repeat night on Monday. Especially this being senior night for her.
Exactly. Last game here at Memorial Hall Stadium. No good by Henderson. Had a good look. Kersey, see if she could get this offense moving a little bit. Have not seen a lot of creativity in the Hornets offense so far.
Not at all. But we have seen a lot of turnovers, and we just got another one on Najee Pollard, a traveling call.
You don't see a lot of travel calls at any stage of basketball. Just kind of uncharacteristic for refs to even make that call. Samuels just doing a whole lot of nothing there and turns the ball over. I don't know what that was. She tried to draw a foul, but she wasn't getting touched. She just kind of like started flopping around, hoping somebody would fall for it. But
you know what? She's trying to be aggressive.
I don't.
To her.
It looked more like acting. I don't know if that was aggressive. It looked like interpretive dance moves too. I don't know what that was. Just another turnover, and Griffin turns on the Jets, and she'll coast for the easy lay-in. And Burgess can't be too happy with that lack of effort.
And Amber Griffin's actually been pretty quiet in the past 5 minutes, and she gets her first bucket of the past 5 minutes.
Yeah, one thing you don't want to do, a great scorer like Griffin, is give her easy layups like that.
Right. She was an impact player. They did a pretty good job of containing her, other than what we just saw on the fast break and the easy layup.
And Stinnett, just one thing, I really like Stinnett as a player, but offensively, it just doesn't seem like she has the awareness that she needs sometimes. She dribbles into double teams and turns the ball over like that a lot of times. She has a lot of athletic ability, by far the most athletic player for the Hornets, but she just needs to be able to understand the offense a little bit more, it seems.
And you like to see her start to come into her own. She's a sophomore. You like to see her be a little more careful with the ball than she was.
Stinnett to Lloyd. Lloyd in the corner is able to get the ball back out to safety. Kersey, the shot won't count. They're going to call a moving screen there.
Offensive foul on number 22, Najee Pollard, personal foul number 1, team foul number 1.
That would be the Hornets' first team foul. Coppin State already has 5 team fouls, so if the Hornets can be aggressive, they can live at the line here. Griffin to Samuels. Tae Young has the ball. Good defense here by the Hornets contesting the shot, but Tae Young gonna make them pay regardless. The Hornets are up 4 with just 2 minutes left in the first half.
Tae Young just checked into the game, making her presence felt right away.
Hornets cough it up. Good active hands by Samuels. And that'll lead to a fast break opportunity, but will we get a charge? They're going to call a block instead. Good effort by Kersey to put her body in front of the player there, but just couldn't get the call.
Personal foul number 1, team foul number 2. To the line for 2 shots, Candace Beverly.
Candace Beverly at the line for the first time. Can't get it, the first one to go in.
Substitution for Delaware State number 30, Aaliyah Davis.
Beverly, the sophomore from Fredericksburg, VA, can't get either to go. Kersey to Davis. Beautiful pass. One more. Good pass to Lloyd, and she'll knock it down.
Good ball movement. Good job, Floyd, knocking down the shot. I was getting ready to say that Kersey almost has to slow down to wait for our players to get to the other end of the floor, but it turned out to be a really good play.
And Griffin, she's starting to feel it a little bit. Knocking that three down, and they Coppin State coming into a little bit of a press here, trying to force some late turnovers. Kersey loses the ball. Pollard somehow recovers it and forces a jump ball, but a possession error will go to Coppin State.
I thought Najee had it. They're going to give it to Coppin State.
Samuels. Another mid-range jumper goes in.
She hasn't seen a shot that she hasn't liked, and that one dropped in for her.
Pollard gets it knocked away. Lloyd was open, but probably should have cut to the basket, would have had an easy layup there. Possession error will remain with the Hornets after that jump ball call.
Although she is a freshman, I like to see Najee be a little more aware and go for the pump before she puts it back up.
Another bad decision by Stinnett. Floyd on the last two possessions there was just standing wide open in the corner by herself. Good active hands by Stinnett there to force the jump ball.
I'm surprised Coppin State isn't using their size. They have three players listed at 6'3". There's not one player for DSU for the Lady Hornets at over 6 feet. I like to see them use their size.
The Hornets should probably hold for the last shot here. About 10 seconds remaining in the clock. Floyd gets an open look on the left side of the rim there. Final heave, and that won't go at all. Looked kind of good, though.
It did. I looked at my partner, Derek, and see his facial expression. That one almost went in.
First half's over. The Hornets struggled to close out the half. They had the lead early on in the second quarter, but Coppin State went on a run, and they're up 7. The score is 23-16 for Coppin State. First up, what do you think of the first half? What is your summary of it?
Can you repeat that? The band's playing. I
know the band is pretty loud, but in terms of the first half, what do you think? What are your thoughts on it? What are your reactions to it?
Towards the end here, it seems as if Coppin State has found their groove. They're starting to pull away. If DSU can get to the free throw line a little bit more, I think that'll set them up in good position going into the third and fourth quarter. When they come back, when DSU comes back out, definitely want to see them have more energy. Coach Burgess has to have one heck of a pep talk to light a fire underneath some of these girls and get them playing how she's accustomed to seeing them play.
This is your first time broadcasting. First half is over. How you feeling, man?
You know, I'm learning as I go. I'm learning from you. You may hear me drop a little bit of football terminology here and there. I'm a football player, but it's been fun so far. I'm learning, and I hope I haven't made too many mistakes. But even if I do, I'm just gonna roll with the punches. see where it goes.
All right, that's it for the first half. You're watching the WDSU-TV live stream. Please stay tuned for the second half. I promise you it'll be less turnovers and more buckets. And, of course, we're going to have Blake and his halftime antics, which is always fun to watch. So make sure you stay tuned, and hopefully we'll have an exciting finish for you.
what you got. Hold on. What in the world? She jumped before she shot the ball. All right. So, set her down. Is that your friend? That's my best friend. That's your best friend. That's a real. We appreciate you guys. All right. I got 10 time for one more. Who think they got it in them? Think you got it in them? I know we got the kids. Who? Your husband? You think you got it? Come on. Let's go. Let's go. We got 1 minute. I'm going to save y'all, okay? We got something for y'all. Oh, you got your Delaware State University shirt on? Okay. You better not embarrass you, huh? That's all. I'm sorry. That's your daughter right there. Oh, my bad, player. My bad. Don't embarrass your daughter. Hey, embarrass your daughter. Hey, man. We appreciate you guys. We're going to turn it over to the approaching storm. At 5 minutes. In the meantime, let's rock up to some good music. Let's go. All right, now. Shout out to the approaching storm. They're going down to the D-House. Shout out to Compton. I see y'all. Much love. HBCU love. HBCU love all day.
come back in? How you gonna come back? How are you gonna come back? I expected to see a little more aggressiveness. I expected to see Najee Pollard have a better first half than what she had. And as far as Coppin State, I've pretty much seen exactly what I've expected. Amber Griffin doing a great job so far. I haven't seen Janelle Lane as much as I thought I would have. I had her down as kind of my second impact player, if you will. But so far, that's what I've seen. You mentioned that Stidham is a very good defensive player. Hopefully she can get her offense going a little more because they're going to need it in the second half. I think that play goes back to hustle and energy. I think Najee Pollard had every bit of opportunity to corral that ball, but just got away from her. Nice job by Nikki Blackburn. Very active hands on defense. She is a senior. That's what you like to see from her. DSU got a little lucky there. They were outnumbered 2-1. But Coppin State could not finish. That was a great pass.
Personal foul, number 3, team foul, 1. Coppin State, number 23, Jordan Swales, and for number 1, Janelle Lane. And then for Delaware State, number 30, Aaliyah Davis.
Take this one, man. Me and my man.
Foul on number 30.
As though she's been a little bit out of rhythm, a little bit out of sync.
Foul number 3, team foul number 1.
Lucas will bring the ball up.
I don't
Lucas.
think you've seen Griffin at all this half for Coppin State.
Aldridge gets the floorboard. 3-on-2 fast break. Beautiful pass to Pollard, and Pollard will finish off the glass. Samuels on the other end. Can't get the up under layup, but gets her own miss, and she'll put it in. Eagles up 29-22. 6 minutes and 20 seconds left in the third quarter. And going to have a double dribble here by Kersey. A lot of dead ball turnovers for both teams there. Just don't see a lot of those happen. A lot of travel calls, a lot of offensive fouls. Just
Given the record, you would expect to see it from DSU, but Coppin State, a much more polished team. You think they'd be a little more disciplined as far as turnovers go.
shot no good by Swales.
And again, another turnover.
Kersey doing a little bit too much, trying to push the ball up there.
Alabama's Hornets ball. She took too many steps. She took 2 out-of-bounds steps. Substitution for Hornets number 24, Lord Caesar. In for the guy, Kersey. Coppin State 29, Delaware State 22.
That was a blatant traveling call by number 24.
Just another travel, as you were saying. Lucas to Griffin. Taeyong wants the ball underneath the basket here. She's posting up Blackburn. She'll get her wish. Little hook off the glass, no good. Need a rebound. And Blackburn will haul it down and get the ball out to Caesar, the guard who just checked in, Lorna Caesar.
Blackburns might be trying to chase that rebound record she set earlier this week.
Yeah, she's doing a terrific job on that side of the ball. Beautiful move by Swales. And another turnover. Here's Samuels. Pollard with the easy block.
And that last turnover was nothing more than just carelessness.
Aldridge can't get it to go. And Caesar will get fouled off the rebound. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
That last turnover, I mean, lucky they got it back by Najee Pollard's block, but the turnover should have never happened. It was nothing more than carelessness, being careless with the ball.
Yeah, that's just been the MO of this team for the last couple of years. They always love to play up tempo, but sometimes they just take off a little bit too fast. They end up running into some of these traps here and being a little careless.
Kind of reminded me of a wide receiver trying to make a move before you catch the ball. That's what it looks like. Try to make a move before she has the ball in her hand.
Exactly. That's exactly what it's like. That's a good analogy there. It's just they'll get the rebound and they'll pass it up court without looking to see who's near them, or you'll get somebody like Kersey get the ball and take off without knowing who's in front of her, and leads to some turnovers sometimes. Here's some replays of some of the third quarter action. Just been a lot of layups by both sides. There's Swales after the beautiful up and under move. that fooled the rookie Lorna Caesar.
Offensively, I wonder if DSU has a go-to play that they like to run. You like to see them run it in this situation where this game gets too far out of their reach.
Yeah, normally we like to see Kersey would run a lot of high screening rolls. Also, they like to run high and low offense with Pollard and Blackburn.
All throughout the week, come support both teams as they race for the chance to dance.
Substitution for the Eagles, number 3, Tajanay Henderson. 2 line for 2 shots. Lorna Caesar.
Caesar at the line.
Ivana Negron checks in for the first time in this game.
Lorna Caesar out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Coppin State 31, Delaware State 23.
And Griffin initiating the offense. Samuels, who's been in attack mode all game long, a little bit out of control, but gets bailed out with the foul call. And looks like she'll be shooting 2 at the line here.
Foul on number 24.
What I did like about that was the defense. Very active. Seems like they were communicating.
2 shots, Keena Sanders.
And I saw that energy for just a split second. They can continue with that. I think they'll be well off.
Well, it comes to a time, this time running out. When do the energy come? When does it come?
Right.
Because we've been saying, yeah, they've been playing lethargic, but if they can just keep up some consistent energy, they'll make a run. But we're in the 3rd quarter. Bobby Floyd, who is just a knockdown shooter, will hit that short corner jumper if it's open to her anytime.
All right, guys. We're going to get back into this game.
And I like to see them set that up.
My DSU
Set that up.
fans, my true fans.
Get her more involved, because that's not the first jumper that she knocked down. She seems to have a nice shot, a nice jump shot. Get her more involved. Whoever has the high hand, that's who you go to. Today it doesn't seem like it's Najee Pollard, so find somebody else.
And it definitely hasn't been Mika Aldridge, their leading scorer, who's just 0 for 10 so far. But Floyd picking up the slack a little bit. Griffin, pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound by Coppin State again. Samuels gets an opportunity and she'll finish.
And I think we just saw the result of Blackburn being out of the game. You'd like to see DSU get one of those rebounds. Don't give Coppin State so many chances to go back up with it.
Caesar to Negron for 3. Just a little too strong. Davis trying to get the rebound. Can't corral it though. Good pass down low, but no good.
I saw that coming the whole way. She's a bigger body. Number 32, I believe that is.
That's Tae Young who missed it.
Tae Young.
Floyd airball at Caesar, gets it, and then lost it.
She just kind of bullied Floyd at the other end of the floor. Fortunately for DSU, it didn't go in.
Griffin trying to use the screen again. Beautiful play, and Tae Young will finish. And you say that's a size advantage down low. They're definitely looking to get her the ball.
Definitely. If I was Coppin State, that's what I would do.
And Samuel runs right into Negron there. And Burgess trying to match up size with size. As we'll see Teresa Gilmore come in.
Substitution for the Hornets, number 23, Nikki Blackburn, Nikia Kersey.
Also, the 2 seniors, Kersey and Blackburn, are back in the game. Negron, open look, no good. Henderson. Back out to Griffin. And
Wow.
Griffin will knock it down.
Wow. Griffin did a great job creating her own shot. There wasn't a whole lot of ball movement on that possession, but she made a way and she created her own shot.
Beautiful pass to Blackburn. Good eyes by Davis to find her open underneath.
And DSU has struggled with points in the paint. That's what you like to see from DSU. Get those easy buckets in the paint. Good job by Blackburn.
Henderson, nothing but air.
I think Coppin State got away with a little bit of a moving screen.
We've seen a lot of those this half by Coppin State, and the referees are just letting them play.
Foul on number 23, Jordan Swells, personal foul number 3.
The loose ball foul on Jordan Swells will send Nakia Kersey to the line.
To the line.
On that moving screen or moving pick, it was almost as if she was using her as a shield, a body shield. Kind of surprised the refs didn't call that.
I think with the front court players, Coppin State is doing a good job. They're setting the pick, and then they're rolling to the paint like they're posting up, which they're really not. They're really just rolling in to kind of screen their player off a little bit, but they set it up like it's a pick, and they're going in for a post play. But the referees just aren't catching that.
Number 2, Genesis Lucas, in for number 21, Keenan Singles.
Good job by Kersey. Made her last free throw. 30-38, Coppin State.
Good help defense by Gilmore, but it doesn't matter. Henderson knocks down the jumper.
And we haven't called her name very often, Henderson, but Henderson with a nice jump shot.
Gilmore can't get it to go. Gets the rebound back and gets fouled.
Foul on number 32 on Taylor, personal foul number 4.
And I think this is what I talked about in the beginning of the half, getting to the free throw line. Every one of these free throws is critical.
Gilmore off the front of the rim there.
Substitution for foul number 34, Oluwaseun Adeniji, in for number 32, Umar Taylor.
I think this is a time where DSU needs to take advantage. As I look over at the bench, I see Amber Griffith sitting down, Lane sitting down, Samuels all sitting down. Maybe we should get Pollard back in and let her do her thing.
Lucas no good with the mid-range. And the Hornets are getting great minutes out of Gilmore, who corralled that last rebound. And another travel call.
Don't know if I saw the traveling there.
I've seen a lot of those calls where it doesn't, I don't know if they're traveling. It's kind of like it seems like they might pivot a little bit and then go, but I don't know if I would just continue to keep calling that travel call. Henderson, she's starting to feel it.
I thought Blackburn had an opportunity to block that, actually. If she went up and jumped, get her hands up.
It's just a little bit too late closing out on Henderson. Kersey in trouble, gets it out to Davis. Back to Kersey. She drives again. Good pass out to Negron. She'll step into a three, no good. Gilmore gets the rebound, but looks like we're gonna get a push in the back on her.
Loose ball foul on number 33, Therese Gilmore, personal foul number 1.
On that play where the ball was passed to Negron, you like to see her just shoot the ball. She took a dribble. It wasn't necessary. And in fact, it wasted time and it messed up her shot.
Yeah, it definitely threw her off rhythm there. And Griffin gets it off in time, but very short of the rim on that one.
In the third quarter, we got Coppin
So,
State 42.
Coppin State's up 42. Delaware State with 31. Crucial fourth quarter, of course. Every fourth quarter is crucial, but down 11 not a lot of offense by them. How can they come back to the game? But first, we'll go to the replays as we see Negron. I'm sorry, that was Floyd knocking it down, but just by energy effort, this is just unacceptable. Nobody going for the rebound, and just a lot of easy layups in the paint. Good shot there by Griffin, but just not a lot of defensive resistance. Just a lot of easy buckets in the mid-range area and into the paint so far. They have to cut that down if they want to come back here.
Right. It's now or never for as far as Najee Pollard goes, and really this whole DSU team. It's now or never. Either they kick it into high gear now, or they're just gonna be so in average as they've been all game.
And it's just been a underwhelming performance. The game against Hampton, against the best team in the MEAC, they score 89 points. Against Coppin State, much worse team than Hampton, they only have 31 entering the fourth quarter. Just a very unexpected performance for senior day. But still time left, still 10 minutes left. The Hornets have been in this position before, and they fought back to get wins. So hopefully Burgess can figure something out for this team that just seems a little exhausted.
Right. And not necessarily the best defense has been played today by either team, but for whatever reason, not a very high-scoring game. Well, I can tell you the reason why it hasn't been high-scoring for DSU. Haven't been able to find their rhythm. The impact player Pollard hasn't been able to get going, and nobody's been able to pick up her slack.
Exactly, and Mika Aldridge, who's their leading scorer, hasn't made a bucket, which is so uncharacteristic. She's such an attacking guard that she'll get something to go, whether from the free throw line or from the field, but just an absolute goose egg in the first three quarters.
2 many steps. Hornets ball. She took too many steps. Okay.
So a fitting start to the fourth quarter as you get another travel call. Hornets will take over possession.
For Coppin State, number 23, Jordan Swells, number 20, Vanessa Lee.
Aldridge to Kersey. Kersey for three.
Nice.
Somebody has to put a hand in her face because she's been on fire from out there when she's decided to take those shots, but poor defense on the other end. And good hustle and energy. Looked like we're going to get a foul call. Swells came in crashing for the rebound and was able to draw the foul.
You don't want Kersey necessarily just firing at will, but as I said earlier, it's now or never. I like to see her take some more shots. If that's going to be the result, take some more shots.
Exactly. She has that. They give her that space, she can knock it down. She's one of the best three-point shooters in school history. But I'm confused on why we've seen Mika Aldridge just kind of in the corner. Normally, she's a person who gets the ball and it's kind of like a cold point guard, running pick and rolls and stuff. But it's really just been Kersey dominating the ball, but it kind of just buried Aldridge out in the corner over there. The net back to Kersey, and looks like we'll get a 3-second violation on Pollard underneath.
And you brought up a good point just a second ago. Aldridge not being very active so far in this game. Like to see her participate a little more scoring-wise.
Exactly. It just has not really been herself today. Henderson out to Lucas. Another person who hasn't been herself is Lane, and there's another missed bucket. Let's see if Aldridge can get something going. Kersey just got away with a travel. They're trying their best to get Pollard the ball underneath. It's just not there. Kersey just misses it.
And that's what I talked about just a second ago. Her shooting a little more. It was actually a good shot. Looked like it was going to go in. Didn't quite make it. And as I say that, Aldridge is now getting more active in the game as she hits a three-pointer. So they're going to need more of that from her. Good job by Aldridge.
Griffin, no good. Hornets will get possession, have a chance to make this a 5-point game.
Personal foul number 4. Team foul number 1.
Big possession here for the Hornets. See if they can get some more offense going. We'd like to see Aldridge get involved more.
DSU down by 7, trying to cut the lead.
Aldridge will fire again. That's not a good shot. Has some time left on the shot clock.
Like to see a little bit more ball movement on that possession.
Good job by Pollard defending without fouling. Kersey. She'll shoot the 3. She's feeling it.
She is feeling it. Good job by Kersey. They're going to need more of that as this game winds down to 7 minutes.
And this is Kersey's last game, and she's never missed a start in her 4 years here at Delaware State. Has played in over 120 games. And bodies all over the floor.
You can't let that happen. I believe that was a 3-point shot by Swales, and she was able to follow her shot all the way to the basket and get her own rebound. Can't let that happen.
Substitution on the floor. Number 34, Watson.
Got to start getting more rebounds, especially at this point in the game. They're so crucial.
Kersey just missed Aldridge. Not the best decision by Kersey. Hornets need to stop here. Just under 7 minutes remaining in the game.
I'd like to see Kersey press her a little bit, make her make a decision.
Lucas to Griffin. Bad shot there and a lot of contact. And they're going to call a travel on that. I don't know. I just see Pollard get tackled, man. And
I
they're going
couldn't
to
see it.
travel.
I had the monitor in my way. Don't know exactly what happened. Bad decision by Swales as she airballs it.
Well, you know, they say the ball doesn't lie. It's a good example there that it probably should have called a travel because that was just a bad call. It was just a bad call. Aldridge, open, jumper, good.
And Coppin State just, I don't know how to explain that, just left a man wide open. But great job by DSU capitalizing. Aldridge knocks down a two-point shot.
They're going to call it a long two-pointer, so the score is 44-42. But the energy is here. The Hornets are here. The defense is much more active. Big-time shot there by Lucas. And then a turnover on the inbound.
Lucas was able to answer back with a long two-pointer of her own.
Kersey to Stinnett. Stinnett will drive. Found Aldridge. Beautiful move by Aldridge. And she'll bury it.
Just a few minutes ago, we were saying how Aldridge is not active at all. And in the past couple minutes, she's been very active and contributing very nicely here. Putting the game within 2 points for DSU.
And Henderson still does not know where Aldridge is at. She was completely lost on that play.
She put a move on the defender, made the shot, and I just heard the uproar of the crowd behind me as they showed their excitement.
Good job by Kersey, guarding the pick and roll. Pollard picks it up, gets the block, gets the rebound. Let's see if she can control it. She does. Stinnett.
Great job by Pollard. Defensively.
Stinnett going coast to coast with the left, can't finish. She had Aldridge underneath the basket but didn't find her. Trying to take it herself there. Griffin, perfect pass, but Swales can't finish. Another tie-up. The intensity definitely has picked up lately in this couple of minutes.
It has, definitely. And that definitely plays to DSU's favor. They needed that. It doesn't appear to be too late. 4 minutes and 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Only down by 2 points. If they continue to play like this, they clearly have the momentum right now, I would say. And they might be able to squeeze out a win here.
Those are some replays here. There's the first three by Kersey. And then Aldridge said, you know what? I can knock this down. And then Kersey, she said, no, Aldridge, you shoot it like this. And then Aldridge says, oh, like that. And knocks it down. They're just switching, going back and back, knocking big-time buckets now. And Kersey doing a good job against the pick and roll, but on that decision, on that play, 12's able to make him pay. But this is the play right here where Henderson still has no idea where Aldridge is at. Critical moments here for both teams in a huddle. Neither team is close to being in foul trouble. Neither team is close to being in a penalty either. So expect both defenses to be very aggressive with just 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game. Blackburn hurries up and gets to the defensive side. And Kersey communicating, knowing the screen's coming. Swells, loses it, gets it back. No good, gets it back again, and just poor rebounding effort there. Pollard gets buried underneath the rim, and Swells has her way in the paint.
You said it, good defense, just poor rebounding.
Davis. Kersey underneath to Pollard. Couple of bad passes because they had some open players, but the passing was too bad that they couldn't really take advantage of the open looks.
I'd like to see Pollard put the ball on the floor when she does get the ball passed to her. I believe she's talented enough to create some of her own shots.
Aldridge, mid-range, no good.
And although she missed that shot, although Aldridge missed that shot, you can tell she's getting hot. That was a good shot, just didn't go in for her.
Her confidence is definitely back, and she's not shy about shooting at all. Swells in the lane, a little bit of contact, no good. Kersey in transition. She'll pull up for three, no good. Davis with a great rebound, goes back up strong, no. Blackburn, no. Blackburn again, no good. No foul is called, and a beautiful steal, but they're going to call a foul. Aldridge picked her clean.
With that many opportunities to go up with the ball, as far as the rebounding, you gotta put the ball in the hole. I mean, it's easier said than done with people all over you, hands in your face. Get the ball in the hole.
Blackburn being subbed out here, I don't understand unless she's hurt. And that might be the case. The trainer will take a look at her, but that's a huge loss to not have her in. They definitely will miss her presence as a rebounder.
Especially at this point in the game.
Samuels, who has been a thorn in the side of the Hornets defense, to Swells. They're trying to get the ball to the post to Taeyong, who has the mismatch. Here comes the pick and roll. Good help by Pollard. Difficult shot, but nobody there for the rebound.
And this is a point in the game where you miss Blackburn. Floyd just not as aggressive as Blackburn is. Has all the size, but the mentality isn't there.
And Pollard dribbles it off her foot. Can Kersey stop Samuels here? And she does, but once again, nobody back to get a rebound. And just like that, a 2-point game has ballooned up to an 8-point lead for the Coppin State Eagles. The Hornets have to go to work soon. Down by 4 possessions, they got to start going.
It's now or never. Less than 2 minutes left in the game. Pollock needs to turn her on right now.
Aldridge saves it and then dribbles it out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Eagles ball.
Hornets starting to unravel here late in the second half.
Substitution for Hornets number 23.
The turnovers at this point in the game, I mean, it goes without saying, it'll lose you a game.
If we could just put a camera on your reaction right now, your face where you just look like a disappointed parent right now.
Shaking my head. S&H.
Griffin loses it.
Great defense.
Aldridge is trapped. A lot of contact, no call. The ball will be out of bounds, and it will remain Hornets ball. Aldridge having a word with the referees. She got a little bumped on that play, but no call was called.
Keep fighting, Hornets. Keep on fighting.
Kersey in the paint, lays it in. Beautiful move by Kersey.
I scratch my head and wonder why she hasn't done that all game. But great job by Kersey, being aggressive. Beautiful lay. Ball just kisses the glass and goes right in.
The Hornets need to speed this game up a little bit. Coppin State are in no particular hurry. Good bucket by Samuels. That might do it. That might be the dagger.
Samuel's not that big of a player. I'd like to see some hands up in her face when she drives to the hole like that.
Kersey, she's going to have to go to work soon. Can't really set up a post play here. They got to get it work on the perimeter. Taking a lot of time off of the play clock right now. Kersey will get going. Had a chance for a and one.
And like you said, just too much time. Be more decisive at a time like this. You know what you need as far as points, and you know where the time is, so play accordingly.
They needed 3. Blackburn to Negron. She should have been ready to shoot. Kersey can't get it to go. 25 seconds left. That probably is game if they don't foul. They're trying to foul. Kersey's trying to foul.
And on that last possession, you saw how hesitant some of the DSU ladies were. Almost as if they didn't want to make a mistake or they didn't want to miss. Take the shot and whatever happens, happens.
Looks like the game is pretty much over. It's unfortunate. Kersey played a terrific game. Her last game here at Memorial Hall. Aldridge will spot up for 3. Goes down. Down 5 with 5 seconds left.
It ain't never over till it's over.
That was a good shot, but as you said just a second ago, maybe too late, a day late and a dollar short.
The Hornets need to commit one more foul to get in the bonus and allow Coppin State to shoot some free throws. And they're just going to let the clock run out. Unfortunate game for the Hornets. They came back, but like we were talking about in the first half, is sometimes they don't play with enough energy in the first half. They get into a deficit that they just can't overcome. And that was a prime example. We'll have some replays here, but just too little too late. And they just got bullied in the paint, something that we did not expect coming into the game.
Absolutely. Like you said, and like they've done throughout the season, just too late in their comebacks, just too late finding themselves, although it seemed like they did towards the end. But the clock was not their friend.
As the react begins this Sunday,
And you wonder what would happen if just 5 more minutes left on the clock.
So the Hornets will drop their season series against Coppin State. They lose their second game to them by the score of 54-49. Stay tuned to WDSU-TV as we'll have the men's game coming up in just a few minutes.